I put on 50 pounds of lean muscle in 3 years, and this is the exact strategy I used while I was a full-time student and part-time employee as a landscape contractor. And if you want to make a similar transformation as I did, stay to the end and I'll show you the same principles I used to build the physique I have today. So, I was able to put on 55 pounds of lean muscle as a full-time college student while I was working part-time as a landscape contractor. All of this was done within 3 years of bodybuilding training, and I was only going to the gym 5 days a week. So my specific strategy is bodybuilding training and macro manipulation. All of this without wasting hours in the gym, without cutting out your favorite foods, without starting over and over again, and without overcomplicating with useless fitness information. So before I dive into the exact framework that I use, I want to kind of go over my journey. So I grew up as a homeschool student. I was homeschooled from elementary school up until junior year of high school. That's when I went to high school and was very shy, skinny, insecure, and low confidence. Growing up, I was that soccer player kid. I was that gamer kid playing Minecraft, Fortnite, League of Legends, COD, Roblox, everything you could imagine, pretty much. So entering high school, I pretty much had no direction in life. This is me, 2021, and this is me now. As you can see, a lot of muscle growth and confidence has been derived. So, going into high school, I was 135 pounds, the smallest dude on the football team. My confidence was at all-time low, and I didn't feel respected. And 2023 is when I figured out about the gym. And at that time, I had just graduated high school and was going into my first year of college. And I was also that's also when I picked up the landscape job. So as you can tell, I was very busy and I really had no time to actually learn about how to properly go at my fitness goals. So my workouts were random. I never hit my protein goal, and I had no clear direction on where to go. So as you can imagine, my progress was very slow, and I wanted to give up. This is me here, 1.5 years later, still skinny, but I put on 10 pounds. I was 145 pounds now. The truth was, I was stuck, and I was gaining and losing the same 5 pounds every week. I thought I was tracking my calories, but as the scale was telling me, I wasn't. And what I realized was, as a full-time college student and part-time landscape contractor, I was actually doing a lot more cardio than I expected. Because if you don't know anything about landscape, it's a lot of walking around, moving things, picking up things. So it's a lot of cardio. And what I didn't realize was that's a lot of cardio, a lot of steps being burned. So I had to go about this in a different approach. That's when I picked up bodybuilding training and macro manipulation. And that's when I actually started to see the scale move and momentum started to compound until I built this physique at 195. One major factor that actually got me to this was switching my gym from 24-hour fitness to TG, which is a bodybuilding / powerlifting gym. And why this was a major impact on me was because I was able to be around like-minded individuals, people who wanted to grow, people who were also bodybuilders, people who, saw my potential and wanted to help me out. So I was able to achieve the physique I dreamed about having. I was able to build the confidence and social skills I dreamed about having. All of this was done by the gym. So my lifestyle now, I have confidence. I can pull up to the beach shirtless, talk to anyone, and I really don't care about rejection. I have elevated social status. One thing that I like to preach is your physique is your social business card. And I say this because if you have a good physique, people know that you actually put discipline into actually building it. If you don't have a good physique, then, your first impression is kind of variable off of what you say. But if you have a good physique, then that speaks for you. Lifestyle freedom. So at this point of life, I have the physique I wanted to have. So now all I have to do is maintain it. So I can eat whatever I want. I don't have a restrictive diet, and I can I could travel. All of this while staying shredded. And the reason is because maintaining a physique is a whole lot easier than actually building it. So I have an opportunity for you. The truth is, if it was information that you needed, then you would have already achieved your goal because there's Google, ChatGPT, YouTube, Instagram, all of that. The real reason you haven't achieved your physique is because you don't have the accountability or you're not being held accountable by a like-minded community. And I can promise that this program will do exactly that. Who is this program for? This is people who want top-tier confidence, who want relentless accountability, who are tired of slow progress, and who are go-getters. If you really want to get started now, this is a program for you. This isn't for people who are quitters, aren't patient, aren't making this a priority, and have high ego. If you have a high ego, let's just say, for example, you're in a class and your teacher tells you that you need to study blank to pass the class. And if you don't study it, then you're not going to pass. Simple as that. Just for this program as well. If I tell you to do something for the program and you don't do it, you're not going to get the results you want. So just click off the video and leave it there if your ego is too big. If you're a quitter and not patient, this is also not for you because fitness is not an Amazon delivery. It's not going to just arrive at your doorstep the next day. It takes discipline, consistency, and patience. So if you don't have that, then it's not for you. So why are you failing? It's because of accountability, training, and diet. The reason you're failing is because mainly of accountability. Most coaches will give you a cookie cutter meal plan and workout program and kind of just go ghost. For my program, what I like to strive for is making sure everyone in my program is accountable for. They make sure they log to me their weight, log their food that they eat in the day, log their progress pictures, and how they're feeling, to make sure that they're progressing the way we want them to. And for training, if you were like me, you probably started training with bodybuilders training programs or random influencers workouts. And the issue with this is you're not getting strong in one specific program. So in my program, what we're going to do is put together a specific specialized program just for you that's going to adjust to your needs. So if you want bigger arms, we're going to take away some volume from other body parts and add it to the arms. Vice versa for legs or your back or your chest. For diet, if the diet isn't in par, your training is also not going to be in par. So what I like to say is you can't out-train a bad diet, but you can out-diet bad training. What this means is your diet is the most important factor because it's what actually determines your size. So what I'm going to do in this program is put together a meal plan specialized to you for your goals, whether it's bulking, cutting, or something else. Building off that, the biggest lie. You don't need a coach who gives you a cookie cutter plan and sends it your way. Even though you might have a decent meal and training plan, you still are going to feel alone and not really be able to conquer your mind. You also don't want something that's unsustainable. If you have an unsustainable plan, meal plan, or workout program, you're likely to fail. This includes something that's like way too low calories. So if you're cutting down more than 250 calories under your maintenance, then that might be unsustainable for you because of how hungry you can be 24/7. If that's not something you're adjusted to, then that's probably unsustainable. And in this program, we're going to do it just for you. So when we put together the meal plan, when we put together the training program, I'm going to kind of teach you the reasons why I'm doing this so you understand how to do it in the future if I'm not here to help you. And then the strategy. I'm going to supply you with all the information. All I need you to do is just follow what I tell you. Now, I'm going to show you the 5 fundamental principles that will build you your shredded physique and winning mindset. And this is what stands out from other coaches. Mindset mastery. Let's put that over there. Whew. The truth is, it's not your training or even your diet, it's your mindset. For years, I was struggling with my mindset because I thought that if I wasn't doing everything perfect, I wasn't going to actually succeed. So once you pass the limiting belief of there's no quick hacks or overnight fix to achieving your physique. You're going to allow yourself to build into that physique. What I like to say is you have to pretend that you're asleep before you could actually fall asleep. Optimal workout plans. So a perfect workout plan also includes the enjoyment of the process. So if the program doesn't, if the program gives you this but you don't like it along the way, then what's the point? What's the point? So in my programs, we're going to give you specific, specialized workout splits, workout plans that tend to your needs and are enjoyable. Customized meal plan. So in this plan, we're going to make it so it's adaptive to you, make sure it's specialized to you. And instead of a cookie cutter diet, we're going to allow you to have some type of freedom, allowing you to enjoy some of the meals you like, but also make sure it stays within the macro markers. Relentless accountability. So like I said before, this is what I preach. This is the most important thing when it comes to online fitness coaching, because if you don't have the accountability, then what's the point? What's the point of coaching? So what I will do is stay accountable. I'm going to stay on you, making sure you do exactly what I tell you. You log in your weight, log in your food, log in your progress pictures, and whatever else I ask of you. And what I need you to do is stay consistent with this, because if I don't have the information of what you're doing, then I have no way of helping you. I mean, I could guess, but it's going to be mostly beneficial if you just give it to me. And back to, I guess this kind of relates to accountability. You have premium access to me. I will give you my cell phone number, which you will be able to text me 24 hours a day, 24 hours 7. And just send me voicemails or voice messages, whatever. And we're going to be doing weekly or monthly calls as well, which we could check in with your training program, your meal plan, and all that. So you could stay accountable, and you're talking to me specifically because that's the reason why you're hiring me, because of me. So that was our 5-step transformation process: the mindset mastery, optimized training plans, nutrition plans, relentless accountability, and direct access to me. So you've made it to the end of this video, and you're probably wondering what the next step is. I provided you a link in the description that has access to my calendar, where you could schedule a 30-minute calendar call with me, specifically if you are someone who wants to get your dream physique and act now. I'm looking forward to work with you.